The difference between this image and this image is that I use this prompt to generate this one and this long ass prompt for this one. I have been using Midjourney for the last 2 years, and I know that the difference between a great image and a bad one is the prompt. The more detail your prompt has, the better image you're going to create. But the problem that I have and most people have is that they don't know what to add in a prompt because they don't know anything about photography, lighting, camera lenses, etc. So if you're dealing with the same issue, in this video you're going to learn how to decode expert level prompts without a background in photography or film, how to build your own prompt library where you can pull great prompts anytime you want. And lastly, you're gonna learn how to use ChatGPT to reverse engineer stunning images from the internet. So you probably have gone to Midjourney and you see images like this one right here. I can tell right away that this image wasn't created with an amazing prompt. And yes, the image is great, but you can see that whoever created this image pretty much gave Midjourney all the control to decide what was gonna be on that image. And see, the prompt is 5 words. That's it. But if you choose an image like this one, for example, you can tell that the person who created this image had a particular idea for it. And you see that in the prompt. Look at this. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you can pause for a second and read it for yourself. Like, I would never be able to come up with a line like this. Soft focus atmosphere. Now, I don't think like that. Her aura a quiet storm of tenderness and power. Who talks like that? Behind her, faint shadows of chaos dissolve into light. I have never written anything like this, and I have written songs in the past. My brain is not in that dimension, so that's why I can't think of something like this. But the great thing about having AI is that you can create something like this super fast. And I'm gonna show you how using ChatGPT. So what you're gonna do is to head over to ChatGPT and you're going to create a new project. And you're gonna name that project as whatever you want. You can name it AI Image Prompt Generator. You can do that and then hit Create Project. And once you create that project, you're gonna have something like this. You're gonna have the chat box here, and you're gonna have these 2 different sections. In this one, you can add a file, and in here, you can just write some instructions for this particular project. Now, what I did was very simple. I created a document, which I'm gonna show you in just a second, if I can find it. In that document, I created this one after having a long conversation with ChatGPT and doing some research online about all these different things that we have to think of before creating an image or a great photograph. As you can see here, this document has 15 pages and it's just overloaded with a lot of different information about all these components that you need. We have camera styles, motion/action, subject focus, environment, composition, visual styles, lighting conditions, mood, emotion, expression, color palette, time period, even typography, symbolism, and camera angles. All of those things are necessary, not on all images, but they are necessary to capture a great image. So if you create a document like this, all you have to do is to go on ChatGPT and upload it there. That's it. But here's the thing, if you don't want to go through the hassle of creating a document yourself, I'm going to leave this document down below this video so you can have it and do this yourself. Now that you have that document with you, all you have to do is to start interacting with ChatGPT right inside this project that you have created. So I'm just going to write something very simple. And here's what I wrote. Let's create a prompt for an image that I want to create of a man who is running away from dragons. All right, let's see what ChatGPT gives me. Okay, so this is a prompt. Cinematic fantasy scene of a terrified man sprinting through a burning medieval village, chased by 2 massive fire-breathing dragons in the sky. Mid-motion blur, captured from a low angle with a 24mm wide-angle lens, using diagonal composition. Golden hour lighting casting dramatic shadows. The atmosphere is chaotic and intense with smoke, embers, I don't even know what embers is, and debris flying. Color palette features fiery red, deep shadows, and glowing orange highlights. And then we have the aspect ratio, Midjourney version 2, style 750, and I don't know what that is, but I'm just gonna copy that. And now I'm gonna go to Midjourney. And we paste it here and just hit that. All right, so here are the 4 images generated by Midjourney, and they look pretty amazing to me. I mean, the guy is not running away from the dragons, but they look pretty cool to me. Sometimes what works for me is that if I want someone to show the face, all that I need to write here is something related to the face. Before I hit enter, I'm just gonna make sure I add everything that was added in the previous prompt. I think that's, let's just go with that. Oh, maybe just delete that. So there you have it. We have 4 different images, and 2 of those images we have the person's face. Now, for you to see the difference between an image that was generated by a great prompt and an image that was very vague like this one, I'm just gonna copy the vague one so you can see, and I'm gonna go to Midjourney and just paste it there. Okay, so here we have it. Let's look at this one. I mean, they're not bad, but they're not great. They're not amazing. I don't mind this one either, but again, they're not amazing. And I think it really depends what you're looking for. This one is nice, but yeah, I'm not surprised. This one, on the other hand, that looks like a movie. This one, I think it's great, and this one is great as well. But as you can see, if you use a prompt like this, you're just letting Midjourney choose a style for yourself. And you don't really want that when you're trying to use these AI tools for a specific outcome. For me, for example, I have to consider my target audience and my offer so I can start creating something that is in line with that and with the message that I want to put out online. So that's why you have to use these tools with intention. Okay, so here's another thing that you can do on your project. As you can read here, the prompt that was given, it says cinematic fantasy scene, right? You can change the theme if you want to. And as you can see here, ChatGPT is giving you some suggestions. Futuristic dragons, more symbolic. So you can choose any of those suggestions, or you can just go back to the PDF, and we have here 10 different types of themes. I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna copy that, and I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to give me a prompt with this theme. Cool. And we're just gonna wait for the prompt. Here we have it. Just gonna copy that and go to Midjourney. Let's place it there. And let's wait. Okay, so unfortunately, that guy is not being chased by any dragons. So I'm gonna make it very clear here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write dragons right at the start of this sentence. So Midjourney knows that they are very important for the image. And let's see if that does the trick. Okay, so here are some of the images that I was able to create. And I think they're great, and it's following the prompt. As you can see here, one of the instructions is for the image to be captured in a Dutch angle with a 35mm lens in leading lines composition. Now, I don't know much about photography, but leading line compositions would be this. See these lines here? See the angle of that dragon? That would be a leading line composition. And you see it in every single take. See this one as well. So it's doing its job. The cool thing is that the more that you use this type of prompts, you're gonna be learning more about great photography, which I find fascinating. And I think that this is very important to learn, especially now that AI videos and AI images are gonna be very valuable in the next coming years. Because with these things, you're gonna be able to tell a story about a movie that you have in mind, a story about your business, about your offers. So the more you play with this, the better you will be in the future. And now the third thing that I want to share with you is how you can use ChatGPT to reverse engineer stunning images. Here's an example. This was a screenshot from a picture that I found on Midjourney, and it gave me this prompt. And here are the images that I was able to generate with that prompt. So that's it for this video. Don't forget about the PDF that I'm leaving in the comment section, and I'll see you next time.